So 2026 is here, and whether you like it or not, this year won't reward the most talented creatives. It'll reward the most bolder ones. The world is moving faster than ever, and what used to get you ahead as a creative won't work anymore. To truly thrive as a creative, you need to do things differently, take risks, and do the things that most creatives aren't even thinking about doing. So in this video, I'm going to break down the 4 principles you need to master in 2026 to turn your creative skills into real leverage and success in a fast-changing creative world. So most creative things that talent or hard work is enough, but it's not. Doing the same things everyone else is doing will get you the same results, and your career won't scale. If you don't change how you work, how you share your work, and how you leverage your skills, your creativity will stay limited. That's why mastering these 4 principles isn't an option anymore. It's the only way to turn your creative skills into control, independence, and lasting impact. So let's go through them together. So the first principle is simple, but most creative people ignore it. It's to make yourself visible. And in 2026, this is the most important skill you can master, because talent alone will never set you apart. What separates thriving creatives isn't just what they make, but whether anyone sees it. Anyone sees what they make. And skills without visibility stays invisible. And invisible work doesn't create any opportunities. Visibility is how you turn skills into leverage. It's how your work becomes influence, collaborations, and income. And the more visible you are, the more control and choice you have over your career. And today, you have the power to reach anyone, anywhere, at any time. All from something that is in your pocket every single second of the day. But that power that you have only works if you're willing to put yourself out there. And putting yourself out there isn't just about showing the final result of, a creative project that you did. What really builds visibility is you showing the whole process of it. Your experiments, your ideas in progress, the decisions you make, what didn't work, what did, and how you think through problems. Because this is truly how people really understand your value, your thinking, and get to know you. And this is way more effective than just showing the final result of a project that you did once. And you should start now with whatever you're creating, because waiting to feel ready is just an excuse to just never start and stay invisible. And I understand that putting yourself out there, it's tough, it's uncomfortable. Even for me, every single time I put myself out there, it's super uncomfortable, but you just do it because the leverage you gain, the options, the connections, the opportunities that you gain are far greater than your fear to put yourself out there. So if you want to thrive as a creative in 2026, you need to master, just put yourself out there. Put yourself out there in as many ways as you possibly can, because it isn't optional anymore. It's the foundation of everything you do. So stop chasing the opportunities that you want like you're chasing butterflies, because they'll fly away. Just build a garden and the butterflies will come, the opportunities will come. You build your foundation, which is your visibility, and the opportunities will come to that garden. The butterflies will come to that garden. They'll fly towards it. So principle number 2 to thrive as a creative is to own your career. Your skills, your ideas, your projects are your most valuable assets, and they belong to you first, not to any company, not to anyone else. And your creative independence is what gives you leverage, freedom, and total control over your career, your creative career. Working at a company is an incredible way to learn, gain experience, and grow. But it's never the end goal. It should never be the end goal for any creative. Because when you work for someone else, when you work for a company, you're basically lending your creativity for someone else to build their dreams, not yours. And it might sound uncomfortable, but at any moment, you could be let go. You could be fired. You could be replaced. That's why, as a creative, it's essential for you to own your creativity, to own your creative projects, your ideas, your point of views, everything, to own yourself, to own your career. And these are the assets that no one can take away from you. So it's having any sorts of business. You can have a freelance business, you can have any type of business where you use your creativity and you are in control of it. You are in control of your ideas, of your projects, of even your clients, everything who you work with. This is something that is yours and it cannot be taken away from you. So thriving as a creative in 2026 isn't about choosing between experience and independence. It's about balancing both. Industry experience gives you credibility and teaches you the craft, but creative independence is what allows you to turn your skills and your vision into real value, impact, and even freedom. Because when you truly own your career, you're not just building someone else's dream, you're building your own. And you remain in control of your own trajectory in a way. And your creativity becomes the foundation of the life and opportunities you want for yourself. Principle number 3 to thrive as creative is that speed beats perfection by 10,000 miles. In 2026, the ability to act, iterate, and adapt quickly will matter far more than waiting until everything feels just right for you to just start. Because the world is moving faster than ever today. Trends shift, technology evolves, and creative opportunities appear and disappear in the blink of an eye. Just take AI as an example. It's evolving at lightning speed, reshaping the way any creative work. And the advantage doesn't come from you avoiding these tools. It comes from you learning to use them to your own benefit. Whether it's automating repetitive tasks, speeding up your creative process, or experimenting with, new approaches. Those who embrace these tools, those technologies will be 10 steps ahead of any creative. They grow with it, and ideally they just get ahead of it. And here with, everything that's going on in the world, everything that's changing so fast, experimenting all the time is key. You need to try things, you need to fail, you need to retry again, you need to learn faster, you need to iterate all the time, because every iteration, it compounds over time, giving you insight, leverage, and influence that perfection alone cannot provide. So waiting for the perfect conditions for you to do something with these technologies, with everything that's going on, is just an illusion to just stay behind, because the world is moving and evolving all the time, every single day, and you need to move and evolve with it. So really, the creatives who are going to be successful in 2026 are the ones who start, iterate, and adapt consistently all the time. So the last principle number 4, is more of a realization that every single creative needs to have, because everything else in your career builds on it. As a creative, the most important asset that you have isn't the products that you make, isn't the designs that you design. It's you. You are your most important asset. Your value lives in your creativity and your ability to solve problems. Unlike external products that you create, your value isn't fixed. It grows as you grow. And too often, creatives are taught to measure success by what they design, what they produce, a product, a design, an experiment, a launch, a project, whatever it is, external of them. But these things are kind of fragile in a way. They can be copied, replaced, become irrelevant overnight. The real value as a creative is to tie your value to who you are. Your experience, your knowledge, your skills, the way you see the world, the way you think. Every project you work on, every skill you develop, and every idea you share becomes more valuable because you become more valuable. And as your skills grow, you're able to solve bigger problems. And the bigger the problems you solve, the bigger leverage you gain, creatively, professionally, and financially. But that's why the best first business any creatives can start isn't launching a product, isn't building a startup that requires capital. It's yourself. You are the business. It's selling your creativity as a service, selling your knowledge, your skills, and your ability to solve problems. Anything where your value grows as you grow. There's no startup capital to start this business. And as you learn and as you grow, you can charge more and you can have bigger impact, solve bigger problems. So at the start, when you're launching a business as a creative, the question isn't, what should I sell? It's how can I help people solve their problems with the skills I already have? What problems can I solve that others can't with the skills that I have? And once you've built that foundation, yes, you can venture into, starting other businesses, product businesses, a startup, whatever it is. Because by then you'll have the cash flow, you have the money, you have the knowledge, you'll have the skills, you have the experience to make it a great business. So in 2026 and beyond, the creatives who will win will be the ones who invested in themselves, position their skills as a compounding asset, and build leverage through their knowledge and creativity. So now 2026 isn't going to reward talent. It will reward action, visibility, and leverage. The creatives who will win won't be just skilled. They'll be bold, adaptable, and in total control of their career. So put these principles into practice now at the beginning of 2026. I'm in Vienna right now, and it's the 31st of December, and it's snowing. And, I need to get ready for New Year's Eve, but I just wanted to record this video for you guys before the year ends. I'm going to release it early next year, in the next coming days. If you really put all these principles into actions, you'll start attracting opportunities to yourself like crazy, and you won't have to chase them anymore. Go after opportunities, go after whatever you want to do, a job, an internship, or start your own business. You'll attract opportunities, you'll attract people to you. And that's the most important thing that you can do for yourself and for your creative career. So start today at the beginning of 2026. And I don't know when you'll see this. It's never too late, but if you master these 4 key principles in 2026, you won't have to worry about where the next opportunity is going to come from. So yeah. And if you want to discover your top 3 creative and marketable skills in under 10 minutes, I created a free ebook that you can download in the first link in the description. And yeah, Happy New Year.